just Tiff, just settle down, let's talk about it, cause that's what she's gonna do. It's just Tiff, talking a little of this and some of that too, cause it's just Tiff.
Hello, welcome to the Just Tiff podcast, where I tell you guys some real life stories about some real life topics. We made it, you guys. This is episode 52. Happy birthday, Just Tiff podcast. Happy birthday. You guys, we made it a whole year. We have been doing the Just Tiff podcast. You guys, I am beyond excited. I am so, y'all, words escape me right now. Also forgive me, y'all, I'm a little tired, but y'all, I don't even know the words to say right now. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for participating. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for everything. Because y'all don't have to watch nor listen to my podcast. So I definitely say thank y'all for that. Y'all, a whole year. Today, I'm just going to tell y'all the ins and outs of this podcast. I must say, when I first started the podcast, I was on Anchor.fm and Spotify, and I was not doing any kind of visual. I was just on Anchor and Spotify, just recording. So all you could do is just listen to my podcast. And y'all, when I started out, I was typing outlines, actually trying to figure out like what I would say, trying to figure out transitions of, how I would move on to another topic, or how I would move on for a different part of the story to something else. Like, y'all, I think for at least a good, I would say maybe 5 or 6, if not maybe 10 or so episodes, I was like legit typing out outlines and typing out certain key parts that I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. And then one episode, it was just like, oh, I didn't have time to write this down and write this down. So I was just like, let me just say it how I remember it. And that episode felt good. It didn't feel like I was trying too hard with my outlines. So I was just like, you know what? Ain't no need for me to be writing these outlines. So I stopped writing outlines. I think it was until maybe episode 30 or so that we actually switched on over to YouTube. I know my husband had been telling me to do a visual for the podcast, and it just was a matter of taking out time. One of the things I can say that has been very challenging with the podcast is definitely finding the time, prioritizing my podcast. A lot of times, trying to find the right words to say, a lot of times my priorities are typically, my family, my husband, my children, my parents, wherever everybody kind of falls up here. And so since doing the podcast isn't, I won't say it isn't a part of my job, but it's not, I don't know words, but I have to set aside time to do my podcast and actually prioritize my podcast. So a lot of times I definitely procrastinate, and I'll be like, oh, I'll do it tonight. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow night. Oh, I'll do it tonight. And a lot of times it don't get done, y'all. It's in between me constantly saying, I'll do it tonight. I'll do it. I don't get to it. So definitely still learning about prioritizing my podcast. I definitely feel like, I think Miss Tabitha Brown always says, you kind of get out of it what you're putting into it. So definitely, trying to make sure that I prioritize my time. At one point, I had set days for when I would do my podcast. But then life started happening, honey, and you just don't have time. So it's like, we're not gonna do that today. So, I think too, it's definitely taught me that sometimes it's okay to put myself at sometimes a little top of the priority. It definitely has taught me a lot about my internal feelings. I try to dig a little deeper for you guys, especially when I'm doing an episode, depending on what it's about. I definitely try to really say, Tiffany, why did you do A through C? Like, what really caused A through C other than you just did it? So I've learned a lot about myself, as far as my feelings, as far as just why I've done some things that I've done in life. It has been a journey, I must say. But y'all, I am so excited to see the route that this podcast is going to take, and just continue to do. I want to continue to bring you guys stories and make you guys laugh and chuckle along the way, but I also want to, share the word, definitely spread God's wonderful word onto this crazy world. But just being able to let Jesus' light shine through me, y'all, has just been a blessing. So I just want to say thank y'all again for tuning in. This is our birthday. We will be back with another episode next week. You guys just tune in, all right? Bye.